Picture this young kid with a mad dream. Rap scene had syphilis and I was the vaccine. Cause I done been between all the fake and I done seen all the whack cats and they faces. False claims from big... Man, come on, please step in the ring with me, dog. Yeah, man, like it'll be too easy. You saw my lyrics yesterday, bro. That was
fire.
Man.
To be honest, I have to give you that.
Yeah, so I could... It ain't about... Especially when I'm dissing somebody. Like
so different energy.
Yeah, like man. I go competitive and I start thinking about.
All right. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody to the first episode of Picking Brains. We have Wrista. Welcome back.
Hi, how's it going? Nice to meet you, man. Oh, second time? Oh,
yeah. So I say welcome back, even though this is the first episode, because yesterday we recorded the first episode, but then
I forgot to click record.
I forgot to click record on my end.
I was trying to cover it up for you.
I know. I appreciate that. So we will maybe summarize what we talked about a little bit, but then I don't want us to fake that we started again, whatever. I want it to be genuine. And so yesterday we talked about who Wrista is. If you want to introduce yourself again, go ahead. You're my guest now. So again,
so Wrista, man, I'm a musician who makes music based upon personal experiences with the sole purpose of not only healing myself, but also other people. I've been doing it for a minute and I'm sure you see me somewhere. So it was good.
And if not, I hope this is a good, check him out. And I hope this is a good introduction.
Yes.
Because there's not a lot of people that know you past the music. And even though the music could be sufficient, because I know you use it as a method to release your thoughts.
Correct.
There's also more. You can't put everything in a 32 bar verse.
That was a nice reference.
Yeah.
32 bars. 16 times 2 is 32. So I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So on 2 verses. Welcome back again. I try to I try to let people know that you're versatile, because a lot of people, they say there's as a rapper.
That's what we talked about. Just to touch on that briefly. Talking about genres per se and like what I classify myself as. And this sounds weird whenever I say it, but I'm an artist. I'm not a rapper. It is funny when you say it, but it's the truth. It's like whatever genre you give me that's within rap or sort of related to rap, be it R&B or emo or punk rock or whatever. Like if you go on my YouTube and check out all my songs, you'll notice that almost everyone is different in terms of genre. Like 30 Minutes is very emo.
I was just going to say my favorite song from you is 30 Minutes.
Yeah,
30 Minutes until October. It's a really good song. It's very catchy. It's very, it reminds you a little bit of Juice WRLD kind of.
That was the vibe I was going for.
There you go. Yeah.
So you got that. You got 30 Minutes and then you got All Out where I'm going like battle rap.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and then you got Maybe She Won't where I'm more on the R&B vibe.
Yeah.
So, it depends what I'm feeling, but what I like to say is I like to do it all.
Yeah.
And with that being said, sometimes it's challenging to tap into new genres, but I get it done anyways, and it's fun, man.
Yeah, every rapper is an artist, but not every artist is a rapper, especially when it comes to music. So it's good that you're tapping into. And I mentioned yesterday that I do videography as a hobby, and for me, it's the same thing. Where sometimes I would do car videos. I did like 2. Yeah. Sometimes I would do like adventure, like travel, more like travel videos, and sometimes so it depends. Like I try to kind of investigate and explore different pockets and routes, and So, and I there's a thing about me where if I move like that way, like to different genres or whatever in videography, I try to be good at it. Sometimes it's like a bad kind of trait, because I expect to my first video in car video has to be the best. Yeah. Right. So, and I'm sure you can relate to that. When you go to R&B, you want to be you want it to be a good product.
Because it's like when I go into R&B, I don't look at myself as a rapper who's doing R&B. I try to look at myself as an R&B artist.
Yeah.
Because I'm tapping into that element, right? So I'm comparing myself to Bryson Tiller, to whatever. But even though the reality is, I haven't been making music like that, so it's new to me.
Yeah.
But I compete with myself, man. I'm my biggest competitor.
The best actors usually are ones who go deep into the role, where they go outside the set and act as that character.
Definitely,
so that's what you're doing, I feel.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's one of those things where you keep on doing it, and it's not. I wouldn't say it's a fake it till you make it approach, but it's more of keep on practicing, and eventually you're gonna tap into that element. When I made 30 Minutes, ironically, I I don't think I heard a lot of like Lil Peep or Juice WRLD songs at the time, but I heard a couple, and I sort of like instantly recognized their mixing approach.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, so the auto-tune's like that, and the reverb's like that. So I mean, if I do this, that, and then I do this in the chorus and whatever, and then it's just sort of trial and error. And like I posted that song on a subreddit before I released it.
Okay.
About like emo music or whatever, and then everyone's asking, oh my god, who is this artist or whatever. Like, oh, he sounds like Juice or he sounds like Peep, and like it's funny because I posted an actual song of mine from another Reddit account, and then they were like, oh man, this guy is rapping fast. Like I can tell he listens to Eminem. So it's crazy because some people didn't even realize it was me. You know?
Wow, that's actually crazy. I really like that joint. But yeah, we talked about that. We talked about, I mean, not as much as this, like the song, and we talked about problem with local artists. We talked about, there's a lot of things. We might tap back in, or we might. I was thinking maybe if I have you back again in the future, it'll be like maybe a lot of us, or I will forget some of the answers you gave me, and so I want to hear them again.
Yeah,
and so maybe I would save them. But for today, I have a different set.
All right.
I came up with them last minute, so excuse me if it's
no
not
worries.
like,
no worries.
But yeah, I mean, what I missed on yesterday, I forgot to do because you're the first episode. I didn't really introduce the podcast, to people. I haven't really gave an introduction to why I started this. So maybe I'll just do that real quick.
Yeah, sure thing.
And if you have any questions, you can like play the role of the audience and
go for it, man.
So picking brains is really a passion project. And so the way I think of it is, and I think you'll relate to this, it's like me archiving my thoughts.
Man.
I'm not trying to be lucrative. I'm not trying to get profit from this. It's mostly, a lot of people write on journals, diaries. Some people maybe do video logs of themselves and record it. I can't do that. For me, my thoughts genuinely come out of conversations.
Yeah, so you just got to document it, man.
I document it, and if it pops off, it pops off. Yeah. But we live in unprecedented times in a sense that my grandkids, assuming the world doesn't go to, it ends or whatever, assuming that doesn't happen, my grandkids can look back and be like, that's my ancestor.
Yeah.
We don't have that. I can't go back that far and look at my ancestor visually and see the way, or hear his thoughts. Maybe it's through letters, but that's not the same.
Yeah, for sure.
And so that's the main purpose of this. Because people are like, everybody and their mama wants to start a podcast. And I understand that, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think there's still a lot of listeners. The problem with podcasts in Bahrain or in general in the Middle East area, I feel like they're too focused on business and entrepreneurship and things like that. I think that I don't want to be the person that educates people. And I mentioned this yesterday briefly. I don't want to be the guy that educates people. If people find what I say fruitful, then that's amazing. Or my guess, right? But I want it to be relatable. Like when I talk about issues, I want to be like, you know what? Yeah, we should talk about that. Nobody talks about that. And I go through that. Or I have a friend that goes through that. So it's good that we talk about it. And then I had to think about the naming process. I had so many names, like I'm sure maybe you have that with music. Maybe it's not as hard.
Oh no, I got my name the first time around, man.
Yeah, that's good. Because the topic you want to this is like, this podcast is going to be versatile, such as like you. I don't have a particular niche. It's not about movies. It's not about finance.
Oh, you meant I mean, for me, like track names. Yeah, man.
Track names.
Yeah. I thought you meant like my stage name.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So track names, man. I mean, I'll be thinking of a whole bunch of different, names that I could be naming my tracks. But I mean, for me, of course, music is different. It's usually the most prominent word in the chorus that you name the song.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think your title is dope, man.
Yeah. I mean, I think it explains what I try to do well. I pick people's brains, hear their thoughts, and they can pick my brain.
Yeah.
When you think about it, there's a lot of elements and variables that play into naming things, because people think, I just need to come up with a clever name.
Yeah.
For instance, I want to start with, I'll give you a few names that I thought of. The Devil's Advocate. I wanted to have that name. I wanted to have one that's called The Problem with JJ, as in, it's like clever because it's like, I have a problem. The guest has a problem, but no, I'm like, the problem, like we're talking about the problem with your host, JJ.
Yeah.
So it's like, I thought it was like clever, but then if you think about it, you really want something that's like simple. I was going for 2 words.
Yeah.
And something that's unique enough that when you search it up, that's going to be the first thing, like SEO.
I was going to say, because it's like a lot of the times you as a creative might be like, oh, I want to name it this because then people are going to understand that it's about this, that, and the other. But the reality is sometimes simplicity is actually key. As cliche as that sounds, man. Sometimes it's like I'd write 7 or 8 different names to a song. and then it's the simplest one that sticks, man.
There's a thing in science called Occam's razor, which is basically, it says the simplest explanation tends to be the correct one. So I like that approach here. And yeah, so I went for picking brains. I think it's unique. I think it describes the podcast well enough.
Yeah.
And having the brain part of it helps me, like, you do logos and things like that, you know,
visually
logos, yeah. So the logo is having a microphone with the dome being a brain.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the brief introduction to picking brains. So if people are curious, you know, that's it.
That's dope, man.
Yeah. So yesterday we talked about, like I said, a lot of things, and I want to summarize because we can jump into new things. We talked about your top 5 rappers. And mostly we talked about rap, but we also went to the realm of mental health towards the end. But so if I recall correctly, let's see if I was listening. You had Core Mega as your number 1, Tupac as your number 2, Hopsin as your number 3, a rapper named Odyssey, Sudanese rapper, you said, that's your number 4, and then J. Cole is your number 5. The Game is your number 6.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even know if I'd rank it in that order in terms of like 1 and 2 or whatever, but there are definitely in my top 5, I'd say.
Okay, so it's just any order.
Yeah, I think it's randomized probably.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think maybe I'd say Hopsin is probably my top 1 artist, just because he's the one that got me into music and got me into writing and stuff. So
okay,
I have to say I have to give it to him.
What's your first song that you heard from him?
The first song is Knock.
Sag My Pants?
No, yes.
Knock Madness?
No.
Okay.
I heard Sag My Pants.
Okay.
But it was on Google as like, the Black M&M or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how they worded it or whatever. And then I think the first song I heard was called Nocturnal Rainbows.
That's a good song. That's from his, which album?
The Raw
album, with the bicycle.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Man, Nocturnal Rainbows is a dope track. And it got me like, you know, when you're young and you're thinking about conspiracy theories and stuff, and you're like, oh man, Tupac's still alive and all that stuff, dude. Yeah, that's how I got into it. And then I ended up just writing music, and I felt like that was the thing for me, man. That was definitely the creative avenue that I wanted to pursue.
I was going to ask you, because I didn't ask you yesterday, how did you start? Like, so you're saying Hopsin got you started? Oh
yeah, so I heard Nocturnal Rainbows and I heard Sag My Pants, and I heard the way that he was conveying, you know, his emotions through music, and I'm like, dude, I want to do that, you know, literally. So I got a microphone, I started doing like voiceovers and stuff, just experimenting with it, and then all of a sudden I said, why not, you know, download a beat off of YouTube and try to make something out of it. I just started freestyling and I posted it just instantly. I mean, I really regret that I posted it because I got a lot of bullying in school.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I understand that.
People were saying all kinds of stuff. But I mean, at the same time, I am glad I did it, because if I didn't do that, then I probably wouldn't be sitting down with you right now.
Yeah.
So I felt like I always wanted to express myself. I had people like, friends at the time that used to like paint or draw or whatever. I was never good at any of that. And like I used to write a lot, but you know, that was about it, like poems and stuff. And then I basically wrote poetry to a beat, which I mean, you could argue is rap, rhythm, and poetry, you know? Yeah. So that's really how I got into it, man. I just kept on doing it. And obviously at school and stuff, people weren't really about it. And, you know, they thought it was stupid or whatever. And I made a promise to myself, basically. I'm like, yo, I'm going to keep on going for however long I need to keep on going. Until the point that, you know, these people from school end up hitting me up asking for things. And I can happily say that that's the case now, man.
Good.
After I got verified on Instagram, you know, all of a sudden these people that I haven't heard of from like ages are saying, yo, Wrista, man, remember when we used to? No, I don't.
No, yeah.
I don't.
I talk about this with my friends. They make fun of me, but there was at one point where my Instagram bio was just Last Laugher.
Yeah.
Right, and they were like, "What are you, like the Joker, Last Laugher?" But they don't get my mentality. When I say Last Laugher, it's because I remember when I was younger, I was always like obese or fat, my whole life, and so people made fun of me for that. And then I grew up, I went to the gym, whatever. I got fit. I won't say I'm fit, but like I got better,
healthier and stuff.
Healthier. And then the same people who used to bully me, I low key check on them, and they're like, you know, they're what they used to bully me for.
That's the thing, man. It's like, I love speaking about this per se, because this is the like the harsh reality, honestly. Even the people that used to pursue creative avenues in school at the time or did it low key, they used to hate on me too, you know? And they hit me up later on. A lot of the people that used to hate on me hit me up later on saying, Wrista, actually, I'm sorry, man. Like, I'm sorry I went about it that way. But it's hard to know whether they truly are, or is it just because of the success? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I have people that express like, man, I was around like the wrong people and whatever, and they're influencing my opinion, and like, I gotta give you credit where it's due, and they start like hyping you up in front of everybody. Oh yeah, man, you can't knock Wrista's hustle like that or whatever. And it's a beautiful ideology to think that they genuinely mean it, but just being around that environment, you always second guess things.
Yeah, it kind of negatively impacts your social life a little bit.
Yeah, it's that
I
would
assume.
Yeah, it's that thing that's embedded in the back of your mind that you don't really know people's intentions. It's like you like to assume that people are good in nature, but the reality is it's like, for there to be good, there has to be bad, right? It's a balance in the equilibrium, you could argue.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's crazy. And I love talking about this in particular because I think people don't realize how important it is. Like you're mentioning yesterday, I mean, even if you don't like the person's content, or you don't like the music that they produce or the art that they produce or whatever they do, if they're your friend, just be there to guide them and, offer constructive criticism.
Yes.
Because that is so vital. I don't want, like, I have this quote hanged up in my studio, says, I don't want no yes men around me. So like,
I didn't mention this yesterday because we talked about the problem with local artists.
Yeah.
And I mentioned that local artists feel like they deserve or they earned like an audience, or they're
entitled to an audience,
just because they're local. And I mentioned where you have to meet me halfway, make good content, and I will meet you halfway. Don't just like think I'm just gonna chase you and be like, oh, support this person, and you're amazing. And I feel like there's a lot of people that are afraid of giving constructive criticism because Bahrain is such a small country, and they feel like it's the easier route for me is just to say it's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's like there's not really I don't think there's any middle ground. It's either that they just pure up hate on you, or they just show you love even when it's not true love. You know what I mean? Like I know for a fact, man, I have people send me their music and they're like, yo, Wrista, give me an honest review about it. And I look at the comments and everyone's saying stuff like, yo, you're up next, you're dope, you're fire. He's not. Come on now. Like, that isn't doing him any good. Yeah. Because you're making him think that he's good. So he's not going to want to improve. He's just
and we talked about this because there's a lot of people that think they're it.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel like that contributes to that. Because when they heal those fake, like these yes men, they think that they actually made it. And so we're doing them a disservice by saying that because we're halting their progress. Definitely. And then they will stop from thinking they can improve, and they're just going to remain to be trash consistently. And they're going to wonder, why am I not big?
Yeah.
People hate me. Local people don't show me love. That's why I'm not making it. No, it's because you need to read in between the lines.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's like, see, the thing is, I feel people's pain when they say that, oh, I'm a local artist and I'm not getting no recognition or whatever. I definitely feel that pain because I feel like any creative person, pursuing their content here must have felt that at some point in time. And, like you mentioned, like you would like it for people to meet you halfway. So they make good content and then you can see how it is and give your honest feedback.
Exactly.
What they do with it is their choice. But it's like, at the same time, let me ask you a question. So when Drake drops an album, how many of your friends repost it?
Everybody.
When your local videographer friend releases a big project or what he deems to be a big project, how many people share it?
Very little.
Yeah. And I think the mentality is, it's like, just because you're local doesn't mean you're entitled to an audience. Yes. But also that doesn't necessarily mean that foreign is always better.
Of course.
Yeah. And I think that's what people get confused about. They automatically assume that just because you're that guy I used to go to school with, or that guy that I used to see in the neighborhood, that's your limit to me. You can't be greater than that. You can't hold any significance greater than that because, damn, I used to I used to hang out with you at school or whatever. They paint you as this person who is the neighborhood kid or whatever. And in their minds, it's like there's no way that a person like that is going to reach places and blow up, per se. So
that's an interesting point because you got to take into account the struggle or the path the person had to take to get to where they are. If you look at Drake, he was born into fame or whatever, like Nickelodeon acting as a kid or whatever. So it was easier for him, and he's in a country where North America, the continent, where it's easier to network, or not network, but if you meet the right person, they can make you big because they have a global platform. Bahrain, we don't have that. And so Bahrain, you have to go through a lot of things. Like you have to go against the norm. So it's like music is a stigma. It's
taboo,
here, right? Yeah. It's taboo. Then you have to go through the equipment. You don't get salary and wages here. It's garbage, right? So you have to go through all these things, and then what people do is they don't compare. They don't look at that. They compare the end result. Oh, look at this local rapper's song versus Drake's. Oh, Drake's better, so I'm just gonna repost Drake's.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So they don't take into account the story that the person had to go through. So I feel like this medium like this, like podcasts or interviews, will help people understand that there are things about you that I didn't know, that I was like, oh, cool. Like that's how he thinks when it comes to music. So
yeah, I mean, to add on to that as well, I don't even think it's always, Drake's music is better, so I'm gonna share it. I think a lot of the times people just hop on a bandwagon.
Right? Yeah.
Like for example, when XXXTentacion died, I know people personally that were listening to like Arabic music prior to that, like Shayla's and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, they're an X fan.
Oh.
Like, you're posting videos and stuff in black and white on your Instagram story. Yeah. I think it's like people love to hop on the bandwagon and won't really be inclined to do something that could challenge that, So if I post 15-year-old Wrista's music on my page while everybody's posting Drake, I'm seen as a stranger, as this guy that's weird, as a guy that's outside of the box. So I think people that's why the trends here, for example, like coffee trends and whatever.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, I mean, that same culture is embedded in music and in creative arts. It's the same exact thing.
I didn't think about it because I was complaining to this like maybe 2 days ago.
Yeah.
That the problem with Bahrain and entrepreneurs and business owners and people are that they follow gimmicks and trends. You had the first chocolate thing where people pour the hot thing. Yeah. Then that's done. Then you have the slush thing that's going on from TikTok. Now it's done. Now it's paddle. Like people want to just hop into what's the trend now, make that court, the paddle court, get the profit, move on to the next. Like Hobson said in line 5, you pick something up, play with it, dry it out, and throw it up.
Put it
2
down 2 minutes later. Yeah,
right. That's the same thing with Bahrain with people. That's the
and
issue.
It's like the thing is, it's not limited to a certain category. Like it's with businesses and trends and stuff, and it's also music. Like you have people that will support a certain artist just because he's like popping right now. Check in on him again 5 months later, and he's nowhere to be found. You know what I mean? So that culture is crazy because it's like, even in terms of businesses, like I can't imagine how bad it would be for businesses to like have this huge surplus of sales going on and people talking about it, and then all of a sudden it just drops.
Yeah.
Like that chocolate thing you talked to me about. Yeah, I don't remember the last time I went to a place like that.
Exactly. That's that. I don't want to call people sheep.
They are sheep,
but they are. It's and it's not that people are gonna look at this and be like, oh, look at these guys. They think they're woke, and it's not that. It's just I like paddle.
Yeah,
right.
I think you generally enjoy.
I enjoyed it. I did it in the U.S. like years ago, and I was like, this is cool. So I was happy when they implemented it here. But then I look at it from a business perspective, and I just see this trend. Like I see. All right, you have this new thing, whoop, and you have this new thing, whoop. So, and then people complain, why can't I sustain my business through for years, right? Because you're planning for short term. You're planning for short term profit. You're not putting your passion towards it. If you're not doing something passionately, if you're doing it for money, it will always fail. You have to first solve a problem that people haven't solved before.
Yeah,
you can't just come in and be like, yo, I'm gonna fight iPhone and Samsung. Apple and Samsung when it comes to making new smartphones. Like that market has been tapped and it's exhausted.
Yeah,
you have to find something else that makes you
gap in the market, man.
Exactly,
it gives you that unique wow factor.
Yeah,
and it's like it's crazy when you say it, because it's like, going back to that chocolate ball, or that idea of a chocolate ball, same thing with movies or leisure activities. Like, when people used to go bowling a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Funland,
yeah. And now it's like, okay, you bowl if you like bowling.
Yeah.
And I think there's this idea of civil society also embedded. So I read a book called Bowling Alone.
Okay.
Which essentially focuses on like civil society, and if there's a decline. I mean, it was focusing on the U.S. back in the day, but Do you think, this is a question I'm going to ask you.
Go ahead.
Do you think that we lack civil societies in Bahrain in a sense that there aren't really any bowling league groups, or there aren't really any like the equivalent of, let's say, a Boy Scouts, or that sense of like community outside of like governmental entities? Do you think that is prominent here? If not, why not? Or if so, why?
That's a very good question. I think, and this is off the cuff, I'm thinking. I think yes, that we don't have that, and I think it's because of cultural differences.
Okay.
When it comes to the sense of community, we see it in a few days in Eid, etc.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody's outside causing traffic, or National Day, but then it just dissipates. And I think that's because we're trying so hard. There's like this dichotomy where there's people that are so stuck within tradition that they cannot blend it with modern, like, society, like Western societies.
Yeah.
Which I understand. There's some aspects that I agree with, like gambling, things like that. Like, I don't want that to come to my country. But if it does, it does, whatever. But we don't take the positives. And so then you have the other half, which is like chicken nuggets or whatever. They're trying to implement these things. Some of them, there's some bad apples, obviously, that try to bring things that we don't want.
Yeah.
But then the good ones get like shunned by the traditional people. I was going to talk to you about this when it comes to like rap music. Personally, like, I never considered making music. It was more of I think I was born to be a listener, like listen to bars. That's like,
I could tell from when you were breaking down the punchlines, bro. Yeah, man.
Thanks. Yeah, they didn't see that, sadly, but maybe we'll see. We'll see a few because we have a segment. But I was gonna say, like, you have this haram police. I like to call people like to call, where it's like, oh, this is forbidden in Islam, and this is okay, and this is. And when it comes to like rap or music, they're like, oh, it's haram because it has instruments and it has beats. So I'm like, okay, so you can rap about sex, money, and drugs as long as you have someone beatboxing in the background.
That's what I'm saying, man. There's no logic behind that. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I've heard people tell me, like, you should see my comment sections, man. Sometimes people say, oh, you got a beautiful voice. It would be nicer if you used it for Quran as opposed to music. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, see, I see what you're saying. And I appreciate you. I appreciate, the comment. But it's like 9 times out of 10, those same people be doing actual haram stuff.
Yes.
Behind closed curtains and closed doors, that sense of hypocrisy, man, is just so evident, and I feel like, I mean, yeah, for starters, nobody's perfect. We do follow a certain religious faith, so we do want to abide by the rules and the regulations that we're supposed to follow. But a lot of these guys that be saying stuff like, oh, this is haram because of this, that, and the other, I mean, okay, but you probably do worse things.
And it doesn't mean that you can't use it for good. I know you have a song. I was checking your discography where you're talking to God, or talking about God, praising him and how he helped you through your struggles. I forgot the title of it.
Was it the Freestyle, one of the recent ones?
No.
Okay.
It was a few years ago. The picture was like a cliff or a waterfall or something.
Oh, yeah. Reflect, yeah.
So that one, like, so it doesn't mean it can always be bad. I feel like there is an argument to be made for the type of music you listen to. If the music you listen to that always promotes these negative things, and you're solely attracted to that, then yeah, there's an issue there. But for me, like, I stay away from that. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't indulge. Like, I'm a human, right? I sin, that's fine, but I don't go out of my way to listen to that kind of stuff and praise it and then share it. Like, I break down things I find clever. It's like poetry. It's art to me.
Yeah, and it's also how you perceive it. I mean, I know people that listen to music about gang violence and whatever, just because they like it, but you don't see them being parts of gangs. You know what I mean?
So it's a whole video game argument where people are like, video games cause violence, but then no,
that was a myth, man.
Yeah, that's a myth.
Remember growing up when they used to say we can't play GTA because it causes violence and whatever. Yeah, man.
There was a statistic that talks about, they showed different graphs of people who play video games and the amount of school shootings. They try to make a correlation, right? And every country had no correlation. So meaning, like, people who play video games is like that high, but school shootings is like flat. There's none of it except America.
Yeah.
So America doesn't have a video game issue. It has a school shooting issue, So But people are like, no, it's caused by video games or whatever, man. You know how it is. We deal with this on the daily.
Yeah, man.
And you talked about you have a certain type of audience that comes to you, be like, hey, man, you should use your voice for the Quran. Or the people that straight up hate, like, hey, look, why are you rapping why are you talking English? And
oh my God.
Yeah, that's
my God. All right. No, I gotta talk about this.
Let's go.
I gotta talk about this. All right. So you can never satisfy anyone here. Like, I don't care what you do or how you do it. You will not satisfy them unless you follow the corniest, tackiest route. Yeah. People will never be happy with anything you do. And that's a harsh reality, but it's the reality that we live in nevertheless. Yes. So you speak in Arabic, or let's say, okay, so yeah, when I speak Arabic, I speak pretty fluently, but let's say that I didn't, like it was broken or whatever. When you speak in broken Arabic, they say, oh, nah, chicken nugget, you should be speaking in English. And then you go ahead and speak in English, and then they say, oh, wait, why are you not proud of your roots?
Yeah, oh
you know
my
what I
God.
mean? So it's like, there's no middle ground, and whatever you do, people won't be satisfied. And it's like, and I want to touch on this because I think it's an issue that we actually have here. The amount of racism that I've seen on social media is crazy.
Especially in the news when it's like, oh, there's like a expatriate that died. Or
dude,
when you have someone who is not Bahraini ethnicity wise run for the Olympics and they got like first place.
Dude, I mean,
they're not part of us or whatever.
Literally. You know? And it's like, okay, so I mean, I've been told that I don't necessarily always look like I'm from Bahrain. People have said, "Oh, are you Indian or whatever?" And that's not an insult to me. I don't know why people will even look at it as an insult. If anything, thanks. I mean, you know, people and they be looking majestic, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's like people be throwing it out there like it's an insult, and just to have that mentality embedded in so many people,
it's embedded.
It's concerning.
Like even since we were kids, like the jokes we made, or you know,
that's actually concerning.
I'm like, what? When I grew up and I recall that, I'm like, how are we allowed to say this?
But like, it's still going on today.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's still going on today, and it's like, that's why when I'm going out, I go out of my way just to make sure that these people that I'm buying from cafeterias or whatever are, you know, I crack a joke here and there because, man, it goes a long way. You know, I was talking to the Karak guy that I did a video with, and he's like, man, that video you did, bro, my family in India are sending it to me and stuff. And
wow.
Yeah, I'm all over the group chats and whatever, man. I feel great. Like, if you want to do more, let's do more. And it's like, that's the beauty of it, you know, because at the end of the day, we're all humans.
Of course.
But people don't look at it like that. And it's like, so what if you have someone who's from Bahrain who decides to speak in English? That's a preference.
Yeah.
He is not saying that he's better. You know, he's not. That's the thing.
They think we're trying to be pretentious.
That's what they think. But it's like, you're raised in an English school or a private school for 12 years of your life. What do you expect?
Yeah, like, you know, I've been raised, went to the U.S. to study. Like, what do you want me to do? And I don't care what they say, because you need to know English if you want to survive and have a career. You need to know that it's the global language, whether you like it or not. That's why. Doesn't mean I'm bad at Arabic. You know, a lot of people, if you bring them and we read the Quran together, the same ones that criticize you or me, they're like, they'll stutter when reading it. So and this is the demographic that I'm trying to like completely skip. Like, I want to like, they're here. I'm just like, whoop, walk over. Like,
how are you planning on doing that?
That's why I said the podcast, or at least the title of the podcast is your host, JJ Swar.
Yeah.
And speaking completely in English. I'm not going to have any Arabic guests or whatever. And it's not that I don't want to. Like, I would love to have Arabic guests and speak in Arabic.
Yeah.
But then if I go switch back to the next episode in English, why are you back in English? That's how I'm doing it. So all English. If they like show up, I'm blocking each and every. I don't care.
Man, that's the way to go about it, dude. Because I mean, it was a little bit of tango with me on my TikTok, because I was trying to figure out what works better. And then I was trying to figure out what I like.
Yeah.
And sometimes what you like isn't what works better.
Of course.
You know, and recently I've been doing the public interview videos, and I enjoy making those. It's videos that I enjoy making, and it's doing well, which is like, I think I found a nice little balance. Yes. But before, I found myself catering to like this character that just wasn't me, man. Like the whole Hamani Rambo thing that people are talking about. Dude, I only made 3 videos about that.
Oh yeah, I saw those.
I only made like 3, 4, 5 videos about that. And it's like, it's crazy how that's stuck.
Okay.
It's stuck, and it's like, it was an alter ego thing that I did, you know, like as a joke, purely as a joke. Yeah. But dude, it's like, when I go outside, it's like, when people call me Wrista, that's when I'm like, all right, cool. These guys follow me. They know what I say. Yeah. But when they say Hamani Rambo Man, I'm like, you know?
It's kind of interesting because The video I saw is that one, the meme guy. I forgot his name.
What not doing, man? That's my dog.
Yeah. I find he's very entertaining.
That's my homeboy.
I think that's the video I saw where they call you Hamaya Rambo. It's like I never heard that before when they call you that. So,
so
man. You prefer Wrista.
Yeah, man. Because Wrista is me, you know.
Yeah. How did you come up with that name, by the way?
Do you want the real story or the fake one?
Both.
All right. So the real.
Wait, how about this?
I'll tell you the real story first, man.
How about you don't tell me which one's real, which one's fake, and I have to guess.
All right. So. When I was younger, I used to engage in miscellaneous activity.
Okay.
And I did. I mean, I'm sure you heard me speaking to my cousin who is from the States. Yes. All right. Anyways, the voice note that I played earlier.
Oh yeah.
That's part of me that people don't.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, so I did spend some time in the States before, and I used to have friends that used to engage in miscellaneous activity. I'll just say miscellaneous activity.
Yes.
And I did have some friends that got arrested. And then, you know, obviously when you're getting arrested, they use handicaps, and that goes where? That goes on your wrist. So let go of my wrist.
That's the real story.
Okay. Sure. The other story.
That's my guess. I don't know if it's.
Okay, the other story.
See, the fact you had to think about it.
All right. Okay. The other story, I was 12 years old in an arcade, and I got a necklace that said the letters R and S on it. And then I grunted the letters RS like Rick Ross grunts, so and then I
think that's the real one actually. They're both good.
And then it sounded like Wrista, so I decided to go with that.
They're both believable. I think it's the second one actually. I think the second.
Do you think it is the second one?
Yeah.
Are you confident with your answer? No, I'm just saying.
The thing is, you mentioned your cousin, but yeah, I'm confident. I'm not confident. I'm somewhat confident.
Yes, it's the second one. Yeah. Oh my god!
You sold the first one with the mention of your cousin.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, okay, maybe that's real. And I don't know you. I don't know you as much as other people do. So, okay, so now I think it's the time we get into the segment. So yesterday, what we did, I prepared some lyrics for Wrista to rate. The rating goes from 0 to 5 brains.
Yeah.
Forgive me, but I have to have that.
He's so proud of it.
I'm going to put a graphic that instead of stars, I'm going to put like brains and fill them out based on your score.
I just hope that you have some lyrics that you wrote in here again. Like yesterday, man.
I was actually right because you gave from the criticism you gave me yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I did one of my bars did end up there and I got better than Smoke Perps. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
From the criticism where you said I had to have like a setup and everything. I was writing one earlier to put it, but I didn't have enough time because I thought you were going to show up later. So I was like, but then you messaged like, hey, can I show up? And I'm like, okay, I'll just. It was some kind of like.
Unless he's tricking me right now.
No. I'm not as good as you. So I came up with a totally different list. However, there are going to be a lot of the same artists.
Okay.
All right. So just a heads up. But there you go. As you can grab.
All right.
This is inspired by Rate the Bars. If people have watched that before on YouTube,
so the answers are here, which I cannot see.
Yes, the answers are
just
in the back.
To make it,
Yeah. I tried to write them behind the font so it covers it, but go ahead.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have him read out the lyrics. I'm gonna put them on the screen as well, and then let's not forget to rate the bar.
Okay.
Or the lyrics.
Yeah.
And then we'll see if he can guess who the artist is.
He's hinting at me because yesterday I forgot to write some of the bars. All right. My kid won't get no screen time. At least that's what I like to think. Because my childhood was filled with tree climbs and oatmeal cream pies and looking at the street signs. I guess that he gonna be fine or she will. I just feel like it's hard to be thrilled in times like this when our hands can't keep still. And if it's not Insta, then it's emails. This is hard. This sounds like Joey Badass.
Okay, I don't listen to a lot of Joey Badass.
Oh, this sounds like Joey Badass purely based on the rhyme scheme. But since you said that, I know I'm wrong now.
Yeah, it's not Joey
I rate that a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
The reason I say 4 and not 5 is because it's like it's dope. I love the rhyme scheme. But I feel like a lot of people talk about that. It's like
we're glued to the social media.
Yeah, a lot of people talk about that, and it's like also everybody talks about a food item. I realized.
Like, what did he say?
Oatmeal cream pies.
Oh yeah,
just
to fit in the rhyme scheme.
Yeah, everybody talks about food, man.
Have you ever had those oatmeal cream pies? I don't think it's selling here.
Yeah,
you did? Dude, they're so good.
Bro, my connections run deep, bro.
Hey, let's go.
I just had Taco Bell before I came here, dog.
Hey,
so.
You went to the Navy base?
I mean, I cannot confirm or deny this allegation. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But yeah.
Who do you think it is?
I was saying Joey Badass, but
okay, it's not Joey Badass.
It's not Joey Badass.
This is the only time where I'm gonna confirm or deny any suspicion you have.
Okay. Is this Odyssey? No. It's Odyssey. It's Odyssey. It's Jack Harlow. Damn, man. Damn, bro. I mean, I see. The thing is, you gave me a Jack Harlow line yesterday, but I didn't even know it was him because he's spitting though. It's not even like he's not.
This is before he blew up. This is an album before he blew up. This is before What's Poppin' and all that. It's a song called River Road. Remember when
you mentioned that.
The lyrics I gave you yesterday, people saw as a sequel to this song.
I like Jack Harlow, man. I mean, from what I've seen lyrically, I definitely like what he's doing, bro. That's what's up, man.
All right, so 4 out of 5.
Yeah,
brains.
Yes. Pride be the reason for the family dichotomy. Got uncles and some aunties that's too proud to give apologies. Slowly realizing what the root of all my problems be. It got me feeling different when somebody say they're proud of me. So this sounds like someone who's young trying to like talk about, you know, the OGs or something. I mean, I like this. I like this a lot. I gotta say it's a 5, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I gotta say it's a 5 just because it's real, you know?
Yes. This artist, okay, I'm gonna give you a hint. This artist, that what you said has been attributed a lot to him, where he speaks real. He doesn't, like,
man.
glorify.
That's substance right there, man. Yeah. That's substance right there. I'm trying to see who it is. All right, so it's a young cat, right? It's someone that's kind of young.
Relatively, yes. He's been rapping for a while. I say 10 years. I'll give you that hint. But yeah, relatively. If you're comparing to Tupac,
how long has J. Cole been rapping? It's J. Cole.
Yes,
I knew it.
You got it right.
I knew it was Cole, man. I could tell, bro.
It's from his newest album, Pride is the Devil.
Oh, I haven't heard all the songs yet.
Yeah, it's my favorite one.
Hey, man, you're my favorite.
Favorite host, right?
Sure, let's go with that. Just then the pigs bust in yelling freeze, but I'm already wanted for selling keys and a bunch of other felonies from A to Z like spelling bees. So before I dropped to the ground and fell on my knees, I bust shots, they buzzed back, hit me square in the chest, wasn't wearing a vest.
What do you think about the felonies and fell on knees?
I like that, man. That wordplay is dope.
I really like that. Maybe I shouldn't influence my opinion until
I like that. This is some gangster rap though. From what I hear it to be.
This is very much out. Okay. And this, oh my God. You know what? Make your assumptions.
This is some gangster rap, man. It sounds gangster. Yelling freeze, but I'm already wanted for selling keys.
You have this Pop Smoke.
And a bunch of other felonies from A to Z. No,
spelling bees.
Tupac never said spelling bees. I don't think Tupac ever said spelling bees.
I don't think it's part of his rap vocab.
I mean, I think if he said spelling bees, I feel like he's kind of fruity. Just because, like, come on. It's Pac,
spelling
man.
Bees.
Yeah, man. I don't know who this is, but I'm going to take a guess and say it's Kendrick.
No.
It is not Kendrick. Okay, the bars, though, I'm rating them. See? He forgot.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, the tables have turned.
I gotta say it's a 3.5 for me. Just because, you know, I mean, then again, it depends on the flow and the way it's being delivered.
100%. This is one of my favorite songs from this artist. I think it's very slept on. And he's a very big artist.
You're going to say Big Sean now, man.
No.
Okay, because yesterday you were hyping up Big Sean.
Yeah, I did hype up Big
Sean. Yeah, so the reason I say 3.5 is because it's like, I like the rhyme scheme, but sometimes people be trying to go too complicated with the rhymes just to think that it's
for the sake of complexity. Yeah.
You know, but I mean, I like the spelling bees and felonies in the song. I like that. Eminem.
Yeah, this is a very old song.
We need to edit this out. We need to edit this. This did not happen.
It's okay. Eminem even knows he has some like weak bars. That's fine. I intentionally would get bad bars from good artists to throw you off,
dude,
or mediocre. Let's say in this case.
Yeah, Eminem. I mean,
it's a 5. Eminem. It's a 5 for me.
Yeah, you already know I was playing, bro. Come on now, man. Like, I'm just trying to get signed to you, really. That's why I'm trying to catch your attention. Records. Yeah. Okay. This is a random question, but if you could get signed to one label, which label would you get signed by? Like they give you the freedom to choose any label you want.
Probably Shady Records. Either Shady Records or Strange Music.
Really? You're a Strange Music kind of guy. Tech Nine, Chris Calico. Yeah. Oh my God, man. It's like, that's why I told him yesterday, it's like I'm talking to myself, man. Literally. Like, yeah, man.
Yeah, I love Tech Nine.
Oh my God, man. That's
one of my favorite artists. I think he's also slept on a little bit.
I think he slept on, man. I worked on a song with someone called Promise NYC. And that guy is set to work with Tech Nine and Hobson. Oh. So I got a song with him called I Ain't Interested.
Okay.
That was a sneak peek.
Yeah, sneak peek. Only in Picking Brains, guys. Only in Picking Brains.
That's not speaking.
That's it. Yeah. That's all you get.
So long.
Wait, what record or label would you join?
Oh, I joined Empire, man.
What are their artists?
So Empire's got like DJ Khaled and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
The reason I say that is because it's like I feel like just clout wise alone that would contribute a lot. But at the same time, it's like if I could say labels that don't exist anymore, I would join Funk Volume, man.
Oh, so Hobson's
2003. Yeah. Dude, that lineup was crazy. You had Hobson, you had Dizzy Wright, and you had Jaron Benton, and then you had Swizz. You know?
They were all good.
Dude, they're all dope, man.
Have you heard the song Ramona?
Yeah, man. Ramona.
And then he mentions all their names like 3 S's.
Swizz. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Pound Syndrome.
Yeah. So when it comes to Hobson, bro, it's like I think he's really the only one that stay relevant out of Funk Volume. Yeah, everyone else is just.
He checked in on what's his name?
Jaron Benson.
Yeah. I think he might have a collab soon. Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, L-Mind 8.
Yeah, cool. Man. So long as you're bobbing your head, you listen to the music, relieving the stress. You find it therapeutic. Your mind is put to rest. Before I conclude, I do my job the best. Okay. Now this seems intelligent, but I don't know. So hold up. I'm assuming this passage was taken from something that had a prerequisite to it.
Yes. Yeah,
because it seems sort of out of place.
Yes.
So as long as you bob in your head, you listen to the music, relieving the stress, you find it. So the rhyme scheme is dope. I like the rhyme scheme. Bob in your head, relieving the stress, and then listen to music, find it therapeutic. Mind put to rest. I mean, that's wordplay right there. I mean, because, put to rest could be death as well. Yeah. Before I conclude. Oh, okay. Yeah. So before he concludes, that could indicate that he's trying to leave the life or she. I don't know. You ain't have no female rappers in this, right? I'm curious.
Not yet.
All right, because I'm a Barb's man. Barb's? I'm a Barbie man.
Like Nicki?
I'm a Nicki Minaj fan, bro.
All right. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
I gotta.
I like Nicki. Monster. That verse she killed Jay-Z, in my opinion. By the way, I don't really. I'm not a huge fan of Jay-Z, but I know that he's a big influence to the culture. But people that hate me when I say like, I'm not a fan of Jay-Z that much. He doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give this a 4.5 purely because I don't know the context before it, so I don't based upon the bars alone. I think it's hot. I like the rhyme schemes. I think it's simple. But I don't really know what dude is trying to get at in a sense of I haven't actually read the lyrics prior to it. Who's this? Is it okay? Guessing. So as long as you bomb it, is it Snoop?
No,
because I can imagine relieving the stress,
bobbing your head,
put the red, or DMX. No, DMX isn't gonna talk about positivity and stuff. Rest in peace, DMX, man.
R.I.P. Yeah. It's you. Same song as yesterday, the one with Sheesh, but it's a second verse.
Damn, man, I don't. So I freestyled those verses, bro.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't remember those.
Yeah,
man.
It's like 3 or 4 years. 2017.
Damn, those were throwaway joints for me, man.
There you go. At least 4.5 and 5 yesterday. It's from the same song, so it means you're in the same wavelength as I was saying.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. What did I say before this? Do you remember? What was I talking about in general?
You were talking about like happiness and or like sadness and how it's not everything like going Dubai. Remember talking about that? And so as long as you're doing what you're doing, you'll be happy.
Okay. I mean, hey, man.
So as long as you're bobbing your head, I think that's
Rista got bars, man. Yeah, I like that dude,
4.5. Let's go.
I'd low key if Rista was right here. Oh my god. Even when I got kicked to the curb, life knocked my in the dirt. I got back up, flipped it the bird, till I earned the attention I yearned. Not to mention I learned how to turn resentment and hurt to an unquenchable thirst. In the simplest terms, it's revenge of the nerd in every sense of the word. This sounds like Mega, man. This sounds like Cormega. No. I'm wrong?
No. I didn't get Odyssey nor Cormega on here.
You should have got him, man.
I should have. I should
have did what it did, what you could have did.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's all good, bro. Life is a movie and I watch for the plot, you know. Are you ready? Because I think you're not. Married to the Game, I tell them not.
Is this yours?
How many people changed? I think a lot. You know what I mean? Crazy, bro.
All right, rating.
I'd say 4.
Okay.
4 out of 5.
All right.
Yeah, I'd say 4 out of 5. And I have no idea who this is.
So it's his latest song.
His latest song? I don't know, man. I'm just gonna say I don't know, man.
You don't have to guess. That's fine. You can look at it.
Eminem?
Yeah. So I tried to give you old M and new M. That was the whole idea.
Yeah, I didn't hear it. So what did I say? I said 4?
Yeah, I said 4.
All right. See Eminem?
Yeah,
like
4 is good, Eminem.
Like, look, M. Thing is like I didn't hear you flowing. Right?
Oh yeah, the flow in
so
this?
when I hear you flowing, I'm probably gonna feel like, you know, you're editing these out. You're editing these out.
All right, but I'll give you my PayPal and then we can sort something out. All right.
I'm getting money like Nicki Barnes. I don't know who that is.
All right. So hear me out. Before we get into this, this is a Nicki Minaj diss. This is why I gave you that face. I love Nicki.
Why would you diss Nicki Minaj?
I love
Nicki. See Nicki Minaj?
I love Nicki,
bro.
But
when the Anaconda video came out and you were 12 or 13, bro, come on.
No comment. No comment.
You got all these. You're telling me you got all these monitors and.
Oh, back then I didn't have any.
Oh, so you just.
Yeah, no. I was very strict parents.
That's even more of a reason.
I had no access.
Oh, sure. That's what they all say, bro. Yeah. I'm getting money like Nicki Barnes.
So Nicki Barnes, I'll break it down with you. So if you want to,
I don't know who Nicki Barnes is.
He used to be like a famous drug lord.
All right, I'm the big homie. I responded in less than 48 hours. Nick Nolte.
He's an actor in a movie called 48 Hours.
Oh, getting close like Nick Jonas gripping the gauge.
So Nick Jonas had a song called "Close" with Tove Lo. So So the whole thing is like he's doing Nick wordplay. So
yeah,
what does it start with again?
Getting close like Nick Jonas gripping.
No, from the first line.
So I'm getting money like Nicki Barnes on the Nick.
Yeah, Nicki Barnes and then Nick Nolte and then getting close Nick Jonas gripping the gauge. I'm getting close Nicki Minaj gripping my gun.
Yeah, then Blaze Off, Face Off, Nicolas Cage. You animated
song?
Like
you know the movie Face Off?
Yeah, okay. I got that. Right. You animated like Nickelodeon. You fake. Only the kids believe in you, Saint Nick. Okay. Now, when I shoot Nick at night, they won't understand it. I'm wilding out about to hit Nick with the cat. I hate that last line because everyone says that.
Yeah, this is an old song though. This is man. I don't know how many people said it. Okay,
everybody says I'm hitting Nick with the cannon.
Yeah,
I'm wilding out. I even said that once on a client order. Not gonna lie.
Really?
I said I don't know. I said something about wilding out and Nick Cannon. All right, so it's a female artist.
Female artist.
And this is a while ago. You said.
Yeah.
I don't know no female artist that dissed that.
I'll give you a hint. Nicki responded to this with a song with Drake. I ain't got no clout, something like that.
Isn't that Ray Sherman? I ain't got no type.
It's something like it's very similar.
Thing that
she said something like, what sort of bum would shoot her son over a stack? Something like that.
Shoot her son. Oh my God, I know this, but I don't know this. I don't want to say Cardi B because it's definitely not Cardi B. I don't think she was relevant at that time.
This is before Bodak Yellow.
Okay. It's not Megan the Stallion as well.
No.
Is it Remy Ma?
Yes. It's Remy Ma.
Yes.
Cheddar. The song called Cheddar, and she used the ether beat.
Or Sheether. Remy Ma is married to Papoose, right?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like Papoose is right on most of her stuff.
Oh, probably.
I like lean. I like drugs. I like beans. I got plex. What you need? No friends. What you bleed? Oh, you tough. Heard my raps. They like nah. Now they ask what my price. I'm like no. Out of sight. I'm like yeah. Out of sight.
What do you think it
It's a
is?
smoke perp.
Give me a rating.
I didn't get a rating on the last one.
Yeah, what would you rate the last one?
I liked everything until the wilding out. Okay. So I'd say 4 out of 5.
Okay. I didn't expect that. I thought you were going to give it like a 2.
No, I like it. I like but then again, it's like
what did you think about Only the Kids Believe in You Saint Nick?
Like I like Santa that. Claus? And it's also Nick as well, you know.
And when I shoot Nick at night, like Nickelodeon, shoot animated, the camera, animated. I thought it was clever.
I liked it, man. I say it's a 4. It's just the last line.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah. This is a -1.
Okay, who do you think it is? It's not Smoke Perp.
It's not Smoke Perp. I'll
give you a hint. It has a Lil in his name.
Lil Lucifer.
No.
Lil Wayne? No, Lil Wayne. No, what are you talking about, bro? Lil.
I'm gonna cut that out, Lil Wayne.
Yeah, no, Lil Peep. Lil Pump.
No.
Pump.
No.
Okay, who is it? I don't even know this guy. Who's this guy?
Lil Xan.
His name is Lil Xan.
Yeah, you never heard of him?
I have not heard of this guy.
Yeah, I think he has just one song that blew up or something.
Lil's like Xanax.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
That's very indicative of his style, huh?
Mm-hmm. I said the truth and I paid for it. Pay for it. I got on my knees and cried to the Lord. I prayed for it. I had bounties on my head when my sister was in my home. Sleepless nights by the chrome, trigger finger next to my dome. Contemplating self-destruction, equating myself to nothing, fixated on my regression. I feel like Benjamin Button. I give this a 5 because it is very clever. And I can tell when he said pay for it. It probably sounds really cool when he's flowing.
Yeah, he's almost crying when he says it.
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, man, this is definitely Vic Mensa, bro. I'm thinking it's definitely him, just because of the way that he's structuring it. And from what I saw of the rhyme schemes of his previous tracks, it's sort of the same category. I could be wrong though.
That was good. I'm impressed.
Man. I got more yesterday though. I didn't even get Me, man. Imagine not getting Me twice. And it's the same song as well. It's not like it's different songs.
Yeah, but like good ratings.
Yeah. Which one caught you off guard? The Remy Ma one?
No, I thought you were going to give it... Yeah, I thought you were going to give it like a 2 or 3. I liked it. I gave it a 5 just because I didn't hear as many people... Even if people talked about Wild and Out, I feel like hers is more relevant because
at the time, maybe.
At the time, and also Nick. I'm about to hit Nick with the cannon. Like, I think that's clever, like Nicki, but still. 4 is not bad. I would give it like 4.5. Yeah. So like we're decimal.
Oh, look off. At you being sweet to the woman.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I was thinking like I didn't include any women, so
yeah,
let's do that.
Why is that?
Because I'm sexist. No, I'm kidding. Oh my god, no, I'm kidding. It's because I was looking at my library, so I had her and I had Nicki. I was gonna put Monster, but I figured you know it. I'm introducing a new segment that I didn't introduce yesterday. Before we do that, when rappers go to radio shows, what do they usually do?
They freestyle. I'm not freestyling here, bro. I ain't ready for this.
Come on, it's a run. The whole point is to catch you off guard.
Nah, no, man. What you gotta? I'm not even dripped out like I'm freestyling.
That's fine,
bro. Imagine this
like
goes.
J. Cole. He's not dripped out.
Bro, I gotta wear my Polo Ralph. I'm part of Low Life, by the way, which is Love and Loyalty. It's a Ralph Lauren thing. So,
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Hear me out. I'll play the selection of beats.
All right.
And then you see if you want to go. All right. All right. This is the first one. You can hear it fine?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I said, yeah. Picture this young kid with a mad dream. Rap scene had syphilis and I was the vaccine. Cause I done been between all the fake and I done seen all the whack cats and they faces. False claims from big name. It's insane, Bahrain in the same, cause I'm part of this gang. Contributions without resolutions or solutions. My tongue's a gun and homie, I ain't even afraid of shooting. I done seen some whack cats with some restrictions. I'ma bounce back, real life, non-fiction. With the way that I'm gifted, I'm glad to say that I'm different. Was chained musically, but now I'm paid in my own vision. Cats with the same flow and the same style. Diverse thoughts, and I've been here for a real while. My flow is killer, you know I got it. I don't f with cats that are out of pocket, and I be doing what I do. I pray to God I never question the residue. I've been really sick since like 06, so best believe when you hear me, my flow is legit. I'm saying. That's
one.
Hey,
let's go.
Give me another beat.
All right.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, I said, why you little boys trying to come on my team, dog? Screw that BS, I could do your team raw. I've been doing my thing since like '09. So when you hear my flow, I am so divine. I am sorta like wine, get better with time. Give me some words, give me some words, give me some words. You said you want me to rap about my mic. A lot of people hit me up saying, why don't you like people? Cause my raps are so lethal, give me more words. Tripod, you know that I'm hot. I'll be coming to get them against all odds when I'm writing bars. Couch, yeah. People really trying to play with me. I said, Brody bro, nah man, you a mouse, I'm a lion. And I heard so many cats that steady lying. But honestly, Brody bro, I'm providing bars. You know that I'm a star. I string a girl like she a guitar. You said that you really want me. I told you, baby girl, sorry, don't hit my number. I'm not.
Exciting.
When I'm in the ring, I'm like Tyson. I've been on my grind since Heisenberg. I showed you that bar yesterday. Give me another beat, bro.
Walter
Heisenberg, running out of words. Walter, I halt her progress. You know that I've been the best ever since 50 Cent wore a bulletproof vest. Since Get Rich or Die Trying. Did you hear that bar, bro?
What'd you say? Yeah,
I said since 50 Cent wore a bulletproof vest, I've been the best. So I get rich and die trying.
Because his album,
yes, sir.
Okay, that was fire. So
these are punchlines off the spot.
All right.
My flow is hot, non-stop. Closet. That's what you came out of last night. Came out the closet. You said came out the closet. Brody, I do profit. Of all the stuff that I'm doing with showcases, nonsense. I've been really on my grind. You are the lemon, baby, can I be your lime?
Coffee.
Do you not hear my sus rhyme? Coffee. عندي واجد فلوس في مخباتي. Anna, someone get into the dollars. Anna, someone who's trying to holler at your girl, cause your girl is my world. If she was Lulu, her name would be Pearls. Yeah. Give me more words. And give me another beat too. I think change over the beat. Let me see what else you got.
Right, this is the last one. I have to keep holding this one for some reason though.
Oh man, I gotta come with my game on this though.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't got no.
All right, first word is OJ.
OJ. I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay, get into the pay. I've seen fake cats really trying to portray a vision that they don't live about. They so
fake.
I was about to say another word, but I will get canceled, so I feel like I won't say that word.
It's a slur.
Jay-Z.
Oh yeah.
Is it with the?
That's why it's just the first verse.
Oh, all right. Cool, man.
So, dude, that was good.
My first verse was my favorite.
Dude, that was good. The 50 Cent one, that was fire. There you go, man. You did it.
Yeah.
You didn't have the drip. You didn't have anything.
Man, I needed the drip.
I might need to like bleep, or I might like cut this part out. Not cut it out, but like separate it, put like a different video on. Like I put a warning. Like, PG. Yeah. What is it? 16, 13?
69.
69. PG 69 for the raps.
Yes, sir.
All right. So this was a segment I was like, because we missed yesterday, or it was my fault.
It was mine.
No. There you go. Wrista can write and he can freestyle off the top. I didn't want to give you words because maybe you had like a freestyle that you wrote, but you know, a lot of freestyle people don't do off the dome, which is fine by me because freestyle is just like, it's a different beat and you're trying to fit it in.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I'm kind of impressed. I'm actually impressed with
all that was off the dome though.
Dude, that was good.
I did not write a single word.
That's good. It's in you. It's in your blood.
It's embedded in my mind. I'll be giving vision to the blind. I'm sort of like wine because what? Because I said I get better with time. That was another reference that I did.
That was really good. All right, so I guess we can move on to one last segment. I don't have anything prepared for this, so I'm open to suggestions.
Okay.
We can do like if you frequently ask questions that people ask you, if you want to tackle, or if there's anything in your mind that you want to talk about but never had.
Yeah. Like when we were asking me the questions. So I noticed you did mention my TikTok and that avenue of the comedy and stuff. I don't know if you wanted to tap into that.
We can go into that. Go ahead.
Go for it, man. If you got any questions, because I feel like a lot of people they want to know this part of me, but they don't really see it anywhere, you know?
Yeah.
Because I don't talk about it like that. So if you got questions in particular that you want to ask about that aspect, I'll be more than happy to.
What do you think about people that say things like, "Oh, he's only popular because of TikTok"?
Yeah. Okay.
How would you respond to that?
I'd say yeah, and
exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like I'm popular. I'm only popular because of TikTok. Sure, I am, and I'm not like disappointed that you say that. It's the truth. Because I tried every other platform. No platform really worked for me. You know, I've been trying to put content out since I was 12, you know, and it only took off because of TikTok. And that's just because it's like you got to pave your own way sometimes, man. And you got to be doing things that you wouldn't usually do just because that's the way you got to go about it, bro.
Yeah.
Like I posted a TikTok video because I was with my homeboys. I was telling them that, man, this video is going to get X amount of views, and ended up getting more than that. So that's when I realized that, you know, it had potential, and I started doing this series. So it was called Things That Turn Bahraini People On to the Max.
Okay.
That's how I got popular. I did a series. I did a video a day, and literally all I do is be in my car, like a morning kind of setting, and just say this thing, snort at the end, and I'd get like, I don't know, 50,000, 60,000. I got 250,000. And as a person who was still in university, I was still doing my bachelor's at the time, and I was like, all right, whatever. So it was during the beginning of COVID. So we ended up doing classes online after that. So I gained all of my TikTok popularity while, you know, like not even attending university or going out or anything, because of course, you know, lockdown restrictions and whatnot.
Yeah, I got bad at one point.
Yeah, man. So when people say, "Oh, you're only famous because of TikTok," then yes, I am, and I gladly say that, because how many people are trying to get famous on TikTok?
Yeah, and to me, like, if somebody's famous on YouTube and you say you're only famous on YouTube, so that's good.
Yeah.
And to me, people think, yes, the TikTok algorithm is good, but it's not magic. So the way I've heard how it works is your first video is actually privately sent to 10 people. Well, not privately like DM'd, but like they show up in their feed and their front page to 10 people, and then they spread based on the reaction of that 10.
Yeah, I mean, that's typically how it works.
So you still need to impress the 10 people. It's not like a robot, like, oh, this guy's famous, let's just push his
it's an algorithm out. I mean, it's like, that's why you see content, like when you see creators doing content about Bahrain, in Bahrain, they tend to do significantly better because the random people that the algorithm allocates the content to will most likely resonate with that a bit more, you know, which is why when I did very Bahrain unique videos, I used to get a lot of viewership from here. But the one thing that I didn't like about the algorithm is that in order to go viral outside, you have to go viral here. So how it works is, the video that you post gets shown to Bahrain and neighboring countries. So the GCC, let's say.
And then it spreads out that way.
So then it goes to like Philippines or Indonesia or whatever. And then you might have a video touch the UK depending on how many views you get.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Which is like cool, but I think a lot of creators are missing out, you know, because they probably have content that might do great outside, but it's like here. I mean, you know, it's people that maybe don't even know how to speak Arabic. And if you make content in English in Bahrain, you're not gonna go that far.
Yeah,
because it's like I don't know people personally that reach more than 100K off of English content alone. I'm the only one on TikTok that did that. You could argue like I think Confate does Arabic and English content, which is also what I do. That's a creator that I respect as well a lot because I know how hard he works for his sort of vibe. So, man, and it's like people look at you as a TikToker as if it's a bad thing. Yeah, you know, at the end of the day, you're an entertainer, man. You know, I study this stuff. Like I know exactly what works because I manage other people's pages outside. Okay, like people that are even more famous than me. But like I know what works because I can tap into what's relevant now and what's irrelevant. Like if I'm not even joking, if I say that I want to go viral, I do. I tweeted this thing once where I said, man, I'm done with Twitter. I'm about to leave this app, delete it, and go viral on this MF on TikTok.
Okay, TikTok.
Yeah. And then a week later, I got a couple million views on a video. It's like, I know how it works, but I don't always want to do it because it doesn't necessarily align with what I want to portray myself as.
Because you have to like check these boxes in order for the video to reach the masses, which I think is a problem because there's content that won't appeal locally, but might go viral like crazy in other countries, right?
Yeah.
So, but you have to like really get it viral here. But if you check the boxes to go viral here, it's not gonna check the boxes to go viral outside. So it's like what do I do? I'm stuck.
Yeah, that's why it's like videos that don't necessarily have any like speech in it or something, like comedy videos, like just pure comedy with no like speech or something. Yeah, those can go viral everywhere
because everybody has that in common.
Yeah, but like in general, like I mean, if you're speaking Arabic here and it goes viral, goes outside, then they're not gonna get what you're saying, right? So
yeah, and also we talked about this a little bit yesterday, but if I look at content like that's handled by Western accounts, let's say Daquan or those meme pages, they usually credit the person that they they take the video from. But when in your case, I've seen instances where people take your the fast rapping, and they don't credit you, and that's like they're stunting your growth as well in that case. And go ahead, talk about that.
Think about it this way. I mean, if I don't know, they reposted my video and 150,000 people saw it. You know, people must have been curious to see who the person was.
Yeah.
So if out of that 150,000 people, 15,000 people saw it, and then if out of that 5,000 people decided to follow me, that's growth for my audience, you know? So, I mean, they see the content and they're most likely going to follow the account that's posting it because they're going to think that it's coming from them, right? And it's like, it's not that hard to give credit. It's not like it costs you money. It's not like it takes a lot of effort. Like my Instagram is literally everywhere. It's the same name as my TikTok. I'm verified on both. It's not hard to find my page, you know?
Did you try to report them? Or a certain page, whatever?
Yeah, I try to reach out to them. I mean, and
I saw one of you in the comment, like, at least tag me. And you were like being very nonchalant, like you were fine about it. You weren't like, you guys suck for. So I respected that, but still, I feel like if I were you, I would just be like, don't steal my content.
I mean, like the only reason that I didn't do that is because if people see me again on TikTok and they've seen that video, then they can probably put two and two together and say, oh, that's the guy from there. Like on the off chance that they will. I don't know why people find it so hard to credit people. Like they make it look like it's like, it's something that you have to pay for.
They had to look for you.
Yeah.
Or it was originally in someone's feed.
Dude, it was on my TikTok, so the username is actually on there.
It's on there.
Yeah, that's the messed up part about it. Yeah, it's on there, and it's like they had to trim the video too, because if you save a video from TikTok, then there's a TikTok like a little animation towards the end for like a second or something.
So they had to cut that out.
They had to cut that out, and it's like, come on.
Imagine if they went as far as blurring the logo with your name.
They do that, and the thing is, they add their own watermark. Why do they do that?
That's just pure plagiarism.
Yeah, that's like, literally like violating academic integrity.
Yeah, it's violating DMCA and all that stuff.
Yeah, like man, intellectual property, bro. It's crazy though, because it's like the fact that people will post your content as if it's theirs means it's good content, but it's like at the same time, I just don't get like where it ends. Like it's happened to a lot of my friends too, where like their viral videos don't get like mentioned or credited or whatever. And it's like, it's demotivating as well, because sometimes the video actually does better on their platforms than it did on yours.
Yeah.
And that's when it gets annoying.
It gets annoying. I feel like to a certain extent that can make sense. In the case that, let's say someone has a video that they think is really funny, but they don't have the following. So they ask a meme page that Daquan, hey, do you find this funny? Can you post it? And obviously, Daquan's post of your content is going to have way more likes than you. But you know that because you want to get some sort of, you were talking about, like you have 150,000 people, then if you even get like 500 or 5,000, that's still growth.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes you have to eat that. But then when you have maybe people that are not as known, they don't credit you, they're just leeching off of your content just so they can get the views and you don't get anything. That's when it sucks. And that's why I would show no mercy when it comes to reporting. Like there are so many, you had to skip so many steps in order to get that content without tagging me.
Yeah.
Like you knew what you were doing. You had to cut it out. You had to ignore the floating thing.
You had to add a watermark.
You had to and then you had to go and upload it and not even to mention, the person. So you know what you're doing. That's why I would be relentless. I won't be like, hey man, can you just take it off? Whatever. I wouldn't even say that. I'm not even gonna say that. I'm just like, get it out. or report it.
And my friends were telling me apparently that's not the only page that reposted it. Apparently more pages reposted it.
I bet.
And like none of them tagged me. I didn't get credit on anyone. But like, see, that's the thing. Like you're saying, this account that's handled outside reposted one of my videos. And not only did they like tag me in the caption, they also mentioned me on the post itself.
There you go.
So it's like, man, and even though they were a smaller page, but it has like quite a bit of traction, it's like that's just common courtesy.
Yes. Like you feel good. Like I would feel good if you do that for me. And I would always, next time I would like to, hey, if you want to post anything, just go ahead.
Exactly.
As long as you let me know or you credit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I also told that guy, I'm like, yo, man, if you ever want me to make like exclusive content for your page or whatever, let me know. And I usually charge, but I'll do it for free just as a sign of good faith, you know? Because off the bat, I mean, if you help me out like that by just doing the bare minimum, I'll go above and beyond and making sure that, you know, So this is another thing. People don't like me. People don't like working with me.
Okay.
And the reason of that is because even when I wasn't popular, like you said, that Russ basically believed that he was it until he was it.
Yeah.
Even though I wasn't popular, in my mind, I knew my value. I'm like, yo, I'm Wrista, man. That name has weight to it. Even though back in the day, I didn't have anything to back it up per se, but like these promoters were trying to scam me out of my money, you know, and they were trying to do stuff like get gigs without like, you know, my approval, different venues without my approval and stuff. And I didn't let it slide because it's me, because I know who I am and I know my bars and I know my substance is crazy, you know. I'm the best rapper here, so I just, you know, I don't even say that, but I mean, I gotta say it right now because it's just like it's common sense.
That's how you have to move, right? You have to believe that in order to.
It's a fact, not even a matter of believing it.
There you go.
Like who's better than me here? Who could go bar for me? Nobody. Not even the people that think they're like it. Like even the people that are dominating the scene. Number one, you guys are too old. Number two, it's like, come on, bro. Like who do you think? Like, who do you think you are? I know who you're like, come on, man. Like, yo, your corny bars aren't like matching mine. And there's a reason that, you know, you accumulated this fame when you're old. Because you old, dog. It's not your market anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I could do whatever they do as well. But I just choose not to because I'd rather pass away than go the corny route.
Okay.
It's not my thing. I think everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I think I caught what you were
no hate
down.
or disrespect to anybody. I know people got to make money at the end of the day. It's an entertainment business, you know? It's a matter of getting money and feeding your family. But it's like I hate it when people say that it's hip hop when it's not hip hop. Like, you know, the music that I hear.
It's like a gimmick.
It's a gimmick, and like to add on to that, it has no substance. So it ain't add and or stimulate your mind. So it doesn't add and or stimulate your mind. Like it's just music to cater to whatever phony vibes.
Drake said this. I mean, people hate on Drake, but
Drake is a GOAT, man.
Yeah, I think he's good. So and people give him rap because there was an instance of ghostwriting, but it doesn't mean everything that he comes out of him is like ghostwriting. Like, come on. So I think he writes the majority of his stuff. So he says N-words are pulling gimmicks because they're scared of rap, which is
true.
True. Yeah.
I mean, when I say I'll go bar for bar with anyone here, I say that because I know no one is as intelligent as me when it comes to formulating lyrics. People are dumb. You know, I know I'm going a bit like over but it's just people are dumb, man. And it's like, yo, like when you dissected my lyrics, I'm like, dude, this is a guy that knows music, you know, because because I mean, just off the bat, like if it wasn't the case, I tell you as well, you know, even the way you were dissecting the bars that we have here, it's like, man, I could tell that you're a fan of music, and you're part of this hip hop culture.
Yeah,
you know, with me, I live hip hop and I breathe hip hop, so when I see people that are phony getting attention, it's like it doesn't faze me because think about it this way: when I leave this earth and I got a song about, I don't know, some sort of random ass, oh damn, I wasn't supposed to say.
You're fine. Don't worry.
Let's say I got a song about, I don't know, what's an object in the room, like popcorn.
Okay.
Right? I don't know if that's popcorn, but yeah, all right. Let's say I got a song about popcorn and I got a song about, you know, struggles in life and whatever. If I die and people remember me from my song about popcorn, I don't even want to haunt Earth anymore after my death. You know, like just let me rest in my grave. You're good.
Gonna twist in your grave.
Yeah, I'm happens, good, man. But like, you know, it's like I see both sides. of the argument. You know, you got to make your money. But at the same time, man, it's like artistic integrity. That's one thing I'd never sacrifice for funds, for validation, for whatever. You know?
Yeah, I feel like people will see what you say as cocky, but I think it's confidence. And I think that you're talking about a particular group of people, like the people who claim that they're the best, or they're like, you know, up there when it comes to rap in this scene, and Bahrain, and maybe even the Middle East.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that you're talking to, where they, you know, I feel like that's where, okay, you made that claim, now prove it. Come bar for bar, let's do it, you know?
And no one wants to. And anybody that's ever dissed me has deleted it. After I dropped one of my diss tracks on a couple artists, they ended up deleting their music video. Because it just got hella dislikes, you know? And I'm actually on good terms with the producer from that group right now. I think he's got some dope stuff. It was just around the wrong people. But what I'm trying to say is, it's like, my fan base, they know, you know, that, you know, nobody's gonna, and it's like, even cats that were dissing me, one time this dude dissed me, and I posted it on my close friend story only, not even my like public story, and I just promoted his diss basically, because I'm trying to help him out, you know? But you can't find that anywhere anymore. Why? Because
it's like, if you poke the line, you have to, you know, be ready for.
And it hurts. It hurts. I cry sometimes because I want competition.
Yeah,
I cry.
Yeah, I think sometimes I have that too when it comes to like videography. I'm not gonna like, you know, I don't do it as much as I used to, so I can't like really talk as well, or as, you know, confidently as you are talking, because I know you're doing this a lot. Go ahead, mention the project you're working on, because we didn't have to.
Yeah. So I'm dropping a song a year, a song
a month.
I'm dropping a song a week.
Oh,
a week for the next year, starting from the 15th of October. So let's say it's 4 songs a month. One of them is going to be a music video done by my boy Mahmoud, no other names B. That's my brother. So you got Names B, Nabil, and Peter. Those are my team members and my team, Last of a Dying Breed. So we do everything in-house when it comes to, from production to mixing to mastering to everything we do in-house. We never really outsource anything, just because we like to have that control over our art. But yeah, man, a song a week for the next year. That's going to be tough, but I got I'd say 15 songs. So that's 15. Yeah, so I think it's 12 that I posted on my story. Then I have 3 bonus ones. So I think 15 songs, 15 weeks basically.
That's basically an album right there.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing, man. I told myself I was gonna make an EP, but then I kept on making song after song after song after song. And even after I leave this podcast right now, I gotta like basically sit down and listen to a couple of beats and see which beats I'm trying to get from my project, you know. But yeah, man, it's like, sometimes I wish that someone would diss me, because I really, like, I've been making R&B music right now, but I really want to get back and tap into that element.
I'll tell you one thing I didn't tell you. So it was one time I was hanging out with Mahmoud, and we were shooting a video for one of his channels, and sorry, I forget his friend's name with the glasses.
Isa
Salman. I'm sorry, Isa. All right, I'm in the podcast. My brain's somewhere else. Him and I were like, I kept telling Mahmoud, like, bring Wrista. Like, I think we'd be like good buddies talking about rap and stuff. He's like, okay, I'll do it. Never does it. And so I was like, okay, you know what? Let's make a diss track on Wrista, and like, as a joke. So he was like recording the video. We're playing Mafia. Yeah, and we actually like dissed you.
Oh my god, I need to hear that.
Me and Asa, and I was like, show it to him, man. Show it to him. I think it's funny. And we like, one of the bars we did, like, we jinxed it. We said it at the same time. We're like, oh
my god, I need to hear. Do you have it?
He has it in his camera. He said he has it. Yeah,
I'm gonna message him. I need to hear that, man.
And then you're free to diss me back.
Hey, after the bars I heard from you yesterday, man. I mean,
you keep passing.
My dog. Yeah. All good. So what's it called? Yeah, man. So it's like, I'm trying to beef with somebody, but somebody relevant, not somebody that's not worth my time.
Okay.
You know?
How about you do like some sort of like, you know how Joyner and Tory Lanez had that whole thing, but they still respected each other, but they like battled. You can do that.
Who am I gonna battle, man?
you mentioned Confate. I think you can go with
that's my bro, man. And it's like
you do it for fun.
The thing is, people will know it's for fun as well. That's the thing. I want people to think it's serious because me and Confate have videos together and stuff, so people are gonna know. So
you want beef?
I want real beef, bro.
Who else?
Wagyu.
Okay, I don't know much of the scene here. But I don't. Maybe it's not a good idea for you to name drop people just for the sake of name dropping. You want it to be real.
Oh, so you're thinking I should diss that guy?
Yeah, that guy.
I mean, I could, and I'll crush him easily.
All right,
but like he's probably not gonna respond because he's you know, you know. But that's why he's not gonna respond because he knows I got bars, man. Yeah. But he's gonna. So I got history with that dude. So yeah, he's probably gonna say something like, "Oh man, it's not worth my time" or whatever. But bro, let's be real. Let's be real.
I'm just a host here.
Clock is ticking, man.
I'm just a host here. I am not, instigating anything.
Man, come on, please step in the ring with me, dog. Yeah, man, like it'll be too easy. You saw my lyrics yesterday, bro. That was fire.
Man. To be honest, I have to give you that.
Yeah, so I could. It ain't about, especially when I'm dissing somebody, like
a different energy.
Yeah, like man, I go competitive and I start thinking about stuff. But I'm singing now these days, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta stop singing. Somebody,
you get embodied by singing.
Yes, sir. I know that reference, man.
But yeah, dude, I think it's a good place to end. I think it's a very strong exit, right? I think you made a statement.
Yes.
It's a challenge for anybody to diss the boy Wrista.
It was not really a challenge. I mean, that would indicate that it's challenging.
Challenging to them.
Yes.
It's a challenge to them.
That's a nice way to word it.
Yeah. So,
are you recording?
Yeah. Yeah, it's recording.
Oh god.
But no, it was nice having you. If you want to like shout yourself out, whatever you have going on, you're talking about like LODB yesterday. Go ahead to the camera.
Shout out to the family, man. LODB. Those are my brothers, man. You got Peter and Nabil. You got Mahmoud. We're basically the people for music and for anything else because we got it all. You can find me on social media. I'm Wrista Music on TikTok, Instagram. That's WRISTA Music. And if you don't know how to spell music, then you shouldn't be listening to mine in the first place.
Sheesh. All right. Until next time.
Peace.